Paul says, "For I am already being poured out as a drink offering, and the time of my departure is at hand. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Finally," listen, "there is laid up for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will give to me on that day. And not to me only, but to all who have loved his appearing." What? I'm going to get one of those crowns too? Now, when you start talking about crowns, guys get weird. It's kind of like, well, that's for the girls. Trust me, guys, you want one of these crowns, okay? You want one of these crowns. The crown of righteousness in store for those who long for his appearing. Better said, watch for, would love for the Lord's return. I would submit that this is the crown that awaits those like in Philadelphia who long for, are watching for the Lord's return. Yeah, but how can somebody take that away? Oh, the Laodicean Christians can take it away. What do you mean? How so? Oh, because they're not longing for his appearing. Things are happening. That's the last thing on their mind. They're not looking for the Lord's return. They're not anxiously longing for the Lord to come back. You talk to some Christians today about the rapture, you would think you were talking a foreign language. And the ones who do know about the rapture, they're like, it's almost like they don't want it to happen. They're not excited about it. I've never been able to understand that. The only thing that I can even come close to understanding that is that they have their roots down too deep in the soil of this world. Things are too good down here. And that's the Laodicean church, isn't it? Isn't it true that when things aren't going so well, we want the Lord to come back? And when things are going really well, we're like, no hurry, no worry. I'm just going to glide and abide. Right? Instead of watching for the Lord, the Laodicean Christian is watching the stock market. The stock market is great again, quote unquote. It's reaching historic and record highs. They're becoming rich. Nothing wrong. I have a stock portfolio. It's not good. It's not doing well. But they're becoming wealthy and in need of nothing. As I was pondering this during the last week, I wondered to myself, and this is kind of how my brain works, and I know they have clinical terms for this condition, but I just kind of imagined to myself what it would be like to interview a Philadelphia Christian and a Laodicea Christian. Is that weird? That's kind of weird, isn't it? But what would their response be if you were to ask them questions about all the prophetic signs of the times in the year 2017? Actually, that's what I want to do. I want to take just two current events, both of which I would argue have prophetic significance in terms of Bible prophecy in real time. Here's the first one. It's this ongoing conflict, which isn't going away, by the way, surrounding the Temple Mount. And this Israel Today article about how Israelis are marching and demanding access to the Temple Mount, as well as the demanding of the building of the third temple. Oh, let me quote from the article. Monday evening marked the beginning of the Jewish fast of Tisha B'Av, which commemorates the destruction of the first and second temples. Thousands of Israelis participated in an annual march around the walls of Jerusalem's old city with a special focus on the Temple Mount. Though it is Judaism's holiest site, Jews are still not allowed to pray there due to threats of Muslim violence. Government officials participating in the march noted that the people of Israel are seeking much more than just the right to pray atop a Muslim-occupied Temple Mount. They want the third temple. Everyone who came here tonight proved with his feet that we want the temple, and quickly, interesting word, quickly. Deputy Defense Minister Eli Ben-Dahan told Arutz 7. Okay. Indulge me, all right? Let's get the Laodicean Christian and let's get the Philadelphia Christian up here and let's ask them what they think about this news concerning the Temple Mount. Let's start with the Philadelphia Christian. So Philadelphia Christian, what do you think? Here's the Philadelphia Christian. Oh, I know, right? I mean, quickly, the third temple, they're going to build the temple. Daniel and Revelation tell us that that's the temple that will be there during the 7-year tribulation. And if they're close to building the temple, then that means, because the rapture has to happen first, that we're out of here, man. I know, right? How cool is this? I'm going to hold fast, man. Jesus is coming quickly. We better get the word out. He's given us a door. He's opened a door that no man can shut. Let's reach the lost before it's too late. That's the Philadelphia Christian. Let's talk to the Laodicean Christian. So, Laodicean Christian, what do you think about the building of the temple? The what? Oh, you're not hearing about that in your church? No. The only thing we've been hearing lately at church is this knocking on our door, and it's so annoying. I wish it would just stop. Here's the second one. It has to do with a Wisconsin company's recent decision to embed microchips into the hands of willing employees. Do you hear about this? It's all over the news. I was astonished. I found this article in, of all places, USA Today. USA Today, that bastion of, Christian, publication. And the headline caught my eye. Mark of the Beast, microchipping employees raises apocalyptic questions. Here's just some of what the article had to say. Quote, the end times account, USA Today, the end times account in the New Testament book of Revelation warns believers about being marked on the right hand and the forehead by the Antichrist. But inserting rice-sized microchips under the skin of 3 square market employees does not fulfill the prophecy, said Chris Vlachos, a New Testament professor at Wheaton College in Chicago. I think that this is more of a fulfillment of end times novels and movies than it is the book of Revelation itself, Vlachos said. Randall Balmer, the chair of the religion department of Dartmouth College in New Hampshire, said the book of Revelation presents a real challenge for evangelical Christians who take the Bible seriously and often try to interpret it literally. Okay. Well, let's ask Mr. Philadelphia and Mr. Laodicea about this, shall we? Okay, Mr. Philadelphia, What do you think about this? I know, right? I've been watching this and following the technology for years. This is so incredible. Like no other time in history, the technology exists to fulfill the prophecy in Revelation chapter 13. Man, that door's getting bigger. Let's get the word out. Let's reach the lost. The Lord is coming quickly. Maranatha! Not so loud. You're disturbing the Laodicean Christian. We need to ask him what he thinks about this. Okay, so Mr. Laodicea, what do you think? You know, I don't know about anything on the forehand or the forehead, but you know what we've got? It is so amazing. And this is a true story too, by the way. They were cutting edge in ophthalmology with the eyes. That's why Jesus said, buy from me the eye salve so you can see, because you're blind. They had cutting edge technology for the eyes. And I could just imagine the Laodicean Christian going, man, we got some of the latest and greatest stuff. We got some stuff that you can put on the eyes that takes the wrinkles away. Forehead, no, eyes. We have it on the eyes. Wow. You just don't see it, do you? No, we see. No, you don't. You're blind. Let me... You probably already know where I'm going with this, so I'll get right to the point. Isn't this the question that's before every single one of us? Again, myself included. What kind of a Christian am I? Am I a Laodicean Christian? Or am I a Philadelphia Christian? You may not even be a Christian. Well, here's the good news. If you're a Laodicean Christian or you're not a Christian, you can do something about that today. I want to take an opportunity, as we have in recent weeks, every week, to share with you the simplicity of the gospel of Jesus Christ. The gospel simply means good news. Your sins are forgiven, you're free. Your debt has been paid, you're free. This again is Romans 10, 9 and 10, which also says, if you confess with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. And here's why. For it is with your heart that you believe and are justified, and it is with your mouth that you confess and are saved. And Romans 10:13 says, all who call on the name of the Lord will be saved.